Hello, this is a Lighthouse Hall of Fame film from the North American server. It's a new entry into the Hall of Fame, Prussian12. It's his first entry, so congratulations. He's in his Pz38nA in Karelia standard mode from the south spawn. There are 5 lights on each team. No artillery. Enemy team has a lot of heavies. His team has a few more mediums. They're going to be more agile. They're going to be able to move around the battlefield better, and that may become a factor in this fight, because they should have the ability, once the position of the enemy heavies are known, to use the abundant natural cover and concealment of the map to be able to get into flanking positions and take the fight to the enemy. And he starts off running over towards the mouth of the donut. Up goes going up the ramp. Crusaders behind him, and instead of going up on the donut, he's going to pull up here in a bush and spot the middle. This is an extremely effective position if you have fire support behind you on top of the donut, because then as you see targets, you have several guns right there ready to take them out. But even with nobody behind him, he's still getting a lot of spots, getting some damage to start the battle off. He gets the track on the Valentine. And the donut's not being threatened behind him. If you're here, you need to really pay attention to what's happening back there. You don't want any surprises with the enemy sneaking up behind you. But it looks like they have control of the donut right now, so he doesn't have to worry about that at all. He can sit here and try to spot and snipe. And without any targets available, he's going to move farther up the field. Here's where you're hoping that after a little bit of time, the enemy's moved over this way, and a lot of times they'll leave a hole right up the center. There's only one TD in the game, so you have a low risk of running head-on into a TD up here. There's the DW2 over to his left. He's going to choose to wrap around and hopefully flank the people over here. Catches the AFK Matilda, I believe. So you need to take this guy out. He's providing eyes for the enemy. So far, nobody ahead of him's reacted to him. There's like a bunch of enemy in front of him that's not AFK, and they're just totally ignoring him. I guarantee you if he starts shooting them, they'll pay a little bit better attention. Let's find out. Starting to pick on the looks. Okay, I lied. They still aren't paying any attention. Nope, the Luke's actually turned around and starting to fire at him. Completely ineffective. Now he's just going to pull up behind the Hetzer. Bye-bye, Hetzer. And now the KV-1S. Oops, bounced that. Kabam! And now the KV-1, just mowing them down in order. Gotta love it when they ignore a scout. Notice how he's trying to shoot at that little slim sliver of a hall there when he had a chance to. There's that one little flat part on the side of the KV-1 that you can pen quite easily. Gets help from his team and survives that. He got 4 kills doing that. You just sit there and smile and continue to pour rounds into them and just pray they keep ignoring you. And nobody wants to turn around, because if they do, then they have all those tanks in front of them that say, hey, open season on that dude. The looks tried to put up a fight, but just wasn't up to the task. 38NAs just manhandle looks normally. So it's off to find the rest of the tanks to the north. They're all in a concentrated position up in here. The Valentine's somewhere up in there too, unless he decided to come back. And he gets the snipe in the back of a 95. This is going to be a 3-shot kill. And now another 95. It's going to be the same result. He doesn't know where he's getting shot at, but he knows he's dead now. And there all 3 tanks are that are left. Valentine's a 2-shot kill, M4 a little bit more shots. M4 probably gonna be dead. Valentine's dead. Looks like the M4 is gonna die soon. Just be the KV-220 left. Oh, maybe he'll get the M4. I don't think he will. I think he's gonna have to take out the 220 if he wants the Top Gun. Nope, he's going to come up here and off the M4 right now. Permission to kill the enemy granted. A little bit harder to shoot the KV-220 here. So he's trying to hit the hull right there, as you can see. And somebody else takes the guy out. Battle is over. He ends up 1,708 damage and 6 kills. 42 of 49 shooting, that's 86%. He got 510 spotting damage and 6 spots. Lost 22,588 credits, but earned 1,996 XP. Survived the fight, got a high caliber and a Top Gun medal, along with Fire for Effect and Bruiser mini medals. It gives him a battle score of 2,056 points. That puts him in 5th place on the Pz38nA. So it's Prussian12 from the North American server into the Hall of Fame for the first time. Again, congratulations to you. He moved up and onto the ramp, but stayed at the lower balcony instead of moving all the way up to the dome. It set up in a bush, got a lot of spots, a little bit of damage. He knew that the area behind him was secure. There wasn't anybody pressuring him from the north, and so he could just sit there and continue to spot and snipe for a while. Gave it a little bit of time, let the enemy team split up and spread to the north and the south. And then he moved forward and wrapped around and came in behind the enemy and got 4 kills just by proceeding down the battlefield, pouring rounds into the back of every tank that he met. Now, if he had gotten impatient and tried to push forward right away, he would have encountered enemy right in here who hadn't fully engaged his allies to the south, and they would have taken him out. So patience is the key. If you're going to make a delayed rush like he did, you have to let your enemy fully deploy, spread out, split up, and create gaps in their deployment. Then you make the run such as he did, wrap around, and you're set up perfect into their rear flank. And they were in a bad position. They had several of his allies in front of them. They don't want to turn around and take on a little dinky scout because they're exposing themselves to fire from bigger guns down here. So they take the lesser of two evils, but that allows him just to pour a tremendous amount of damage into their butts and kill them one by one. Whenever you can force the enemy to fight from 2 different directions at once, good things happen. again, the key to doing this, he waited and gave the enemy team enough time to fully deploy. So it left a big hole in the middle and enabled him to wrap around and get in a great position on an enemy that was already fully engaged looking the other way. From Karelia, standard mode, south spawn, getting the flank and driving it home. Happy hunting.